Here's a video taken with my $800 Sony RX100 Mark III camera. Cost me way too much money. Video quality looks okay.
Here's a video shot on my cell phone. Why does this one look so much better? Well, it's all about lighting, and lighting can save you a lot of money in terms of buying a new camera and still getting way better looking video. We're gonna talk about that right now. So let me tell you a story that kind of prompted making this video. 2, maybe 3 years ago, me and my buddy bought a Canon T2i. Now at the time, the T2i was kind of the go-to camera for YouTubers. It's an expensive, we got one for around $400, DSLR video camera, mainly designed for shooting photographs. But it also shot really professional looking video. It was like one of the first DSLRs that really started pushing video making, especially DIY filmmaking, to DSLR cameras, as opposed to dedicated video cameras, because the lenses were just so good. So saved up a crap ton of money, bought one, brought it home, set it up, turned it on, and it spit out shit looking video. And I was pissed, because I just spent a crap ton of freaking money on this camera, and I've seen videos by people who use the T2i, and their videos looked fantastic. But the video that I was getting out of the T2i looked exactly the same as the shitty video camera that I had bought from Best Buy years ago. So, what's the deal with that? Why did my video look so bad? I couldn't figure out why. I messed with all the settings, and eventually I sold it back to my friend who helped me buy it in the first place, because I ended up stopped doing live action videos anyway, because I couldn't figure out how to get good live action video. Lo and behold, the problem wasn't with my camera. A lot of the times, your bad looking video isn't because your camera is that bad. It's that your scene isn't lit very well. And it's really hard to gauge this because I have 2 really bright, very hot lights on me right now when I record all these videos. And that's really not even the optimal setup. I should have more better lights than the ones I'm using right now. I just don't have the money to invest in a good lighting setup. But right now, to me, this room looks insanely bright, like too bright. Like I wouldn't comfortably sit here and work, you know? When I turn these lights off, the room looks perfectly well lit to me. The problem is most cameras aren't as good at taking in light as our eyes are. So when we're shooting video, especially with lower end phone cameras and stuff, they can't process and take in as much light as our eyes can, so everything's gonna look darker on a camera by default than it is looking through your actual eyes. This is why a lot of the times you ever try and take a photo of the moon or the sky, or you're trying to take a photo late at night in like a bar or something, they always come out really blurry or crappy or just don't look good. It's because our eyes are better at taking in the surrounding light than our phones are. So before you go out and buy a ridiculously expensive camera, just go down to the hardware store and buy like 2 or 3. Better if you had 3, so you can do a 3-point lighting setup, which I'll talk about maybe later in a video tutorial once I actually get a 3-point lighting setup. But you know, these cheap little $10 lamps with just a regular light bulb, I pinned them up to the ceiling, and I'm sweating bullets, it's super hot, and like it's kind of way too bright, my peripheral vision isn't blinding, but using my cameras, which aren't as good as taking in light as I am, it looks reasonably well lit on camera now, whereas before it looked super dark and muddy. So if you're just starting doing videos here on YouTube, or even if you're a filmmaker, you probably already know, but lighting is super important when it comes to cameras. Cameras, lifeblood is light. The more light you have, the better. So before you go spend $1 bajillion on a new camera, spend 10 bucks, get some lights, and see if you get the quality you're looking for. And even when you get an expensive camera, make sure you get some decent lights to go with it. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth much. My name is Tom Oliver. You've been watching Rebel Pixels, a channel all about empowering and passioning the DIY creative here on the web. If that's you, and if you live and die by your creativity, you need to hit that subscribe button right there and join the rebellion. I make 3 new videos a week talking about creativity. On Mondays, I do motivational videos, kind of lessons I've learned the hard way to help you overcome the roadblocks that seem to just come with being a creative online. Wednesdays, like today, I'll do technical videos, you know, tips and tricks like getting better lights, or top 5s and gear reviews on some things I've purchased I think might help you guys create better artwork. And on Fridays, I do live streams, whether it's a Q&A video or a Let's Draw where I'll draw something live. I go back and forth every other week. So once again, my name's Tom Oliver, this is Rebel Pixels, reminding you guys, we might be indie, that doesn't mean that we're alone. I'll catch you all next week.